Well, you better
Just
turn that camera on.
And plus the dab would, disturb the cat, and that's just not worth. All right.
I'm gonna let it slide tonight, Jay. But just this one time.
Just the once. I'll take it.
All right.
All right. Well, hello and welcome everybody back to ReGen D&D, our finale episode for the Fall of Theramore. Quick recap. Last time you guys had a very efficient session. You guys woke up in the overgrowth and were able to sneak around forward command without being detected. You guys successfully destroyed the small army protecting the ballistas and allowed Bane's people to surge out of the Great Gate and continue on with the trolls to forward command while you guys were sent off into Duskwalla Marsh. You successfully went to Brackenwall Village and convinced the ogres there to join in the fight. And like a good DM, I totally remembered to include them in the vast amount of army that went to Theramore later. I didn't forget that at all. You guys then snuck behind the lines and into the south entrance of Northwatch Hold, and were able to very easily secure that exit, including taking out the messenger that was going to Theramore to alert them. And that was that guy, that poor guy, man. It's worth going back and watching the whole episode just to see what happens to that guy. Meanwhile, you guys then aided in a secret message being passed from Bane to Jaina Proudmoore, alerting them of the oncoming threat and allowing them to get all of the innocents and civilians out of Theramore, not knowing that Garrosh would wait multiple days to actually assault Theramore, allowing the Alliance to bring in a lot of extra people, major commanders, a lot of extra ships from the 7th Legion fleet. And then finally, the assault orders came down. You guys marched to Theramore. Garrosh gave you a very special assignment to sneak around into Theramore and release one of their spies that had been incarcerated in their barracks dungeons. You guys were able to do that fairly easily. And then you guys snuck back out of Theramore just before Garrosh's ultimate plan came to fruition, and a massive mana bomb was dropped right into the center of the city, utterly obliterating Theramore. And that's where we left off. So as you guys kind of rub your eyes a little bit, clearing them from the massive ball of light that was emanating during the explosion, you guys now turn and you see that Theramore is just a wreckage now. You can see that the large tower that was once there is completely gone. Nothing stands higher than one floor anywhere in Theramore. You can't really see the crater from here. You're a little bit into the woods in Duskwalla Marsh, but you do see very interesting things in the sky, almost like a crackling, arcane storm that is now formed over Theramore. And you also just see astonishment all around you. You have a lot of the main commanders of the Horde around you, including Garrosh Hellscream, who is continuing to laugh and rant and boast about his mighty victory. And you also see Bane just cover his ears, not being able to listen to it anymore, as he just walks away.
I can't actually whistle, but Rollin's gonna kind of just do kind of like a holy shit whistle. No, not that.
I can't do it either. Shut up.
So you didn't want to wolf whistle him?
No. Yeah, no, not that one. More like a...
We've now established that no one in the party can whistle. That's good.
Yeah, I thought
We've come together as a group, guys.
Yeah.
You know.
We really found our synergy over not
Yes.
being able to... Alright, so you guys are now in Duskwalla Marsh. We'll put you back in the entrance just for ambiance sake. And finally, Garrosh kind of gets over himself a little bit and starts to be a little bit more serious, and gives you guys your next assignment. The Horde is going to be traveling back to Duratar. There will be a large celebration feast in honor of all of the army that successfully carried out this first leg of the plan and taking over Kalimdor. But he has selected 25 of the finest ground soldiers and the 5 of you to wait here until the storm passes. He assures you that he's talked with the makers of this bomb, and but they need you to retrieve a specific artifact that was used to power the bomb. He tells you that this is a task that you're specifically suited to because it's a task that you've been assigned to before. Turns out it is the same artifact that you went to take from the Blue Dragon flight up in Northrend in the first place. He says it's a small blue ball. He gives you all the details this time around because you're basically leading this expedition, your group. And he says wait about an hour or so, and then you should be able to sneak back down into Theramore, attempt to retrieve the artifact. But if you come across a few individuals in particular, you can't imagine anyone survived this, but in particular Jaina Proudmoore, if you encounter her who may have somehow survived this, he does not suggest you engage her, especially alone as a party.
Okay.
All right, and so then he leads all of his people off. And anything you guys want to do while you're waiting for the hour, while the arcane storm passes?
I can't think of anything I would do.
No.
All right. Well, I don't think you guys actually I thought you guys would have actually had some sort of battle in that Theramore process, but you guys didn't. So you guys, I don't think, have any resources used at this point. But
Nope.
you guys get a long rest or a short rest anyway, and then you may continue if you'd like into Theramore.
All right, let's do it.
And we go. Yeah.
All right, so you guys, you kind of walk towards the bridge. There's now no one guarding it. Anything close to Theramore was clearly obliterated. And this is what you guys see when you first step onto the bridge. And you guys can see it's just a giant rubble now. You start to walk into the main gates, and you see all kinds of corpses. And not only do you see corpses, but you see floating corpses and floating blood. Like, gravity isn't quite where it should be. The other orcs start to fan out in groups of 5, and they're kind of scavenging anything they can find. One of you guys bend down to try to pick up a book, and as soon as you touch it, it turns into this arcane fragmented dust, almost like it was the item itself was destabilized, and it just took that little touch to turn it into dust. As you guys search around, you eventually come to a crater in the ground, which you guys identify is likely where the tower once stood, and exactly where the bomb fell. You guys can see still the occasional shock of lightning, kind of like magical energy kind of ripples through the air. And as you look up, you see a different sky. It's not the sky that you guys are used to, especially in the middle of the day. This is like a night starry sky, and they're different constellations. than you guys are used to. Almost like this has opened some kind of temporary rift in reality. The bomb was so powerful. I'll have you guys make an investigation check as you guys are looking around.
Okay. 20.
Very nice.
Oh,
I
you know
don't
why I
like-
can't?
1.
You know why I can't find my character sheet? Because when I restarted, I didn't reopen it. So I'm looking for a character sheet that doesn't exist. Investigation, yeah?
Yeah.
Big fat 4.
Alright, so Rollin, you see deep down near the base of the crater, you see two things. You see something shiny in the ground that's kind of off to the left of the crater. Just pinpointing it, it would be like somewhere around here. But it's mostly buried. And then you also see just plain, all of you see plain as day in the middle of the crevice. You see the artifact. And I'll have you guys make a history or arcana check if you'd like to know what it is.
Oh, Andrew got a natural 20.
You did.
4.
4!
Wow.
Haha, beat that.
All right, so so Rollin, you recognize it as some kind of magical, like powerful magical item, and knowing that it's from the Blue Dragon Flight, it must be dangerous, but for Tala, you have heard of this magical item before. You've talked with some people who were specifically involved in overthrowing Malagos, who was the Blue Dragon Fight leader before the current one, Calicos. He went mad and used this artifact, which is the see, now I can't remember the name of it. It is darn it, I can't remember the name of it. I have it in my old notes. Let me pull this up real quick.
Is it the Eye of Eternity? No.
That's the raid.
Yeah.
For sure. Let's see. I wrote it down, but I guess I don't. I don't have it in my notes where I thought it was. But either way, it's it is a magical item that can be used to power someone's to magnify someone's magical power. They can use it to create new magical ley lines to kind of channel into their spells. And you guys have seen tiny versions of the bomb that you had just seen, but nothing nearly the scale of this. Only this kind of artifact could have powered a bomb that large to go off. So as you guys start to go down, though, to retrieve it, you kind of look up as you see some of your orc squads still around, and they're kind of grouped up near this crevice as well as they start to come down. But you look across the crevice, and you see someone who you don't instantly recognize as part of your party, but you actually do see a human. It looks kind of familiar to someone you've seen before, but she doesn't look like she's exactly the same as before. You do recognize this as Jaina Proudmoore, but glowing blue eyes that are radiating with this arcane power. And you also notice that the famously blonde hair now only has a single streak of blonde, and the rest has been completely replaced with white, kind of white-gray hair. And you only see her for an instant, and then you immediately see a large flash of magical power as she casts Time Stop. So for you guys, you just look up, and then all of a sudden she's not there anymore. And then you look over, and just in time to see a massive explosion that completely obliterates all 25 of the orcs that you guys had come with. You also look down into the crevice, and the artifact is no longer there.
Ah, shit.
That can't be good.
I just sigh heavily.
But Roland, you still see the buried thing that was over here.
I guess she's gone. I'm gonna go get this shiny thing. And I'll run over there to it.
Alrighty. So you run over and you start to unbury it, and you're surprised to recognize it. It is the hammer that you had seen in Jaina receive from your companion, Perith, when he came to deliver that message from Bane. So let me give you guys that handout real quick.
It's just a stupid hammer. I'm gonna leave it there. Walk away.
So all you guys see Fearbreaker. And if any of you want to take it, you are welcome to take it.
I suppose I'll go pick that up.
Alrighty. So you guys are unable to retrieve the artifact. But you do manage to find Fearbreaker at least. You check over the party that you had found, but they have been completely obliterated. And then you guys move on to whatever you'd like to do next.
Well, I guess we would.
We have to go after her, right?
Where? Where did she go?
That's a good question. So we're pretty sure she's the one that got that, right? Because it was there, she went gone, and now they're both gone.
Yeah, she cast Time Stop. I mean, we don't know that, but
one would think.
Yeah, you draw the conclusion that she likely cast Time Stop, had that full minute to go down and grab it, retreat back, and probably had enough time to throw a fireball as her, last action before getting away. And you would also know that a high-level mage like that could teleport very easily and very quickly. Like some mages, most mages that aren't of that level would have to spend a minute ritual casting, but mages of that level can have certain spells like that that they have innately, and they don't have to cast as rituals, but instead can cast almost like cantrips.
Sure.
Most mages like that choose teleport spells because they're that powerful and useful too when they're not in battle.
Well, we don't have any idea where she went, right?
No. You guys have no sign of her.
Well, let's, I suppose, go back to our superiors and report what I found. They didn't want us to go after her anyway, right?
Yeah, you were told explicitly not to try to face her. If you did come across her.
Is there
It
anything
was
else
one of
in
those
town?
like, she's too powerful, don't even try kind of deals.
Is there anything else in town, or like what's left in town?
So yeah, you guys can go across, kind of taking a look at all the wreckage. Again, pretty much anything you touch that was non-magical before crumbles into dust as soon as you touch it, including the bodies. If any of you were curious enough to touch one of the bodies, they also crumble. If you guys, let's see, based on your guys' investigation check when you were going through the city.
Well, not mine.
This Doom Rocket's really powerful.
Yeah, so the 20 that you found, you do kind of sweep through the blacksmith, which was one of the furthest things away from the main blast. Most of that building did survive, and so if there are any like blacksmithing supplies, you guys find about 5 gold in one of the cupboards there, but mostly you guys were just searching in the crevice area, so that's about all you found. Most of the stuff is just completely destroyed.
Yeah, I think
The only reason the Fearbreaker survived is because it's a magical item.
Sure.
I think we just go back to our superiors.
All right, so you guys spend a day traveling through Duskwallow. You guys make it to Northwatch Hold pretty quickly, and you're told that the entire army had continued north back to Duratar. So you guys spend the night there because it's starting to get late anyway. And they have a nice garrison set up there, and then you guys spend the next couple of days traveling north. You guys have your mounts back now, so it's a pretty easy, simple trek. It takes the better part of a day and a half to actually make it up to Duratar, but you guys get there, and you report to the main embassy, as they are handing out spoils and money, and this would be the point where you get 2,500 gold for your jobs well done.
Do you want us to tell you what we're buying?
Yes, if you have not already, now's the time.
Sure.
I think everybody but you and Jeremy have taken care of it.
Cool.
I haven't.
I'm gonna get an amulet.
Or
of
no,
health.
sorry, you and Grendel. Jeremy took care of it already. You're getting what now?
I'm gonna take an amulet of health.
Okay.
It's a rare magic item.
So that is something that would have to be made by the enchanter, but they do have one available, and that takes 2 days. So you have, you guys are told that you are to stay within Duratar for the duration of the celebrations, and the celebrations are massive, giant feasts. Garrosh has spared no expense to kind of spoil everyone for the job well done. And you guys have been told here to stay for at least 8 days.
Okay, and the rare items are 1,000 or 1,500.
The very rare are 1,000.
Okay. And then I will
Make sure to take into account your guys' the 3
attunement.
limit, and that each of your legacy items also require attunement.
That's right.
So you can do that one and 2 more. There are also
I'm
light potions available too, and
I'm attuned to 3 now.
And the inscriptionist would be able to make 2 more of those books if anybody wants one of those, and can afford the 1,000 gold for it.
They're very rare.
Yeah, they're very rare. So
I
it
want
takes
one
3
of
days,
those.
and you have to spend 2 days reading them. So
I want one of those books for dexterity.
okay, yeah, I think. Let's see. I think the Dex one is still open. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, actually, I guess you guys could do any of them because they can. Yeah, because you're having them made. So.
I would like the book for dexterity.
Yep. So you.
I would.
So they already had 2 orders when you went there, but they said that they could do that after they do the complete order. So you get them made on days 4 through 6, and then days 7 and 8 you can spend reading them.
I want a +3 pistol.
That's doable.
And I want another iron band ball thingy.
Okay, and you go to the same engineers that made that for you, and they can do that for sure.
Cool.
All right.
So I get all that stuff?
You get all of that stuff for the appropriate cost. Anything else? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I want a beat of force.
Okay. Remind me what that is again? That
Basically
little floating thing that floats above your head?
No. A bead of force is it's basically a small bead that you can throw and then it explodes.
Oh, okay.
It's like a consumable. It's like a grenade.
So, what rarity is it?
It is just considered rare.
Okay. So yeah, again, you take that request to the engineers, and they have a lot of extra people there. Actually, they are able to make that for you. So yeah, 500 gold and 2 days worth of their stuff. Anything else?
Jay,
That's all for me.
I DM'd you.
Put you guys back in Orgrimmar where you belong. There we go. Okay. So is that instead of what you had first put in?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I didn't realize I had already bought the armor last time until I went through right now to tweak it, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I already have that.
You already have that. Okay. Yeah, so you can have one of those pistols made. The other one you would have to purchase off of the auction house. So let's go ahead and you're gonna roll a D20. All right, so you get that for a little bit cheaper than no, a little bit more expensive. You rolled lower, so it's an additional 200 gold. Somebody's upcharging on the auction house, but you can get one off the auction house for 1,200.
Does anybody have 100 gold?
Yeah, I have 100 gold for you.
Thank you. Okay, done.
And then yeah, the enchantress.
I was just thinking, like, wouldn't it be funny if he didn't have enough to do what he wanted now?
Right. Well,
I was looking at it, I'm like, I don't. Oh God, no.
Yeah, sometimes you can find it cheaper on the auction house. Sometimes it's a little more expensive. But you do manage to get one from the enchanting service, and you guys have filled up their requests for 8 days. But they do manage to get everything to you. And then on the 8th day, people are starting to finally come down from being just completely drunk constantly in the city and just bloated and full. And you hear of some commotion that's going on in the docks area. The army sends multiple of their people to the docks area, boarding many ships, sending them out. But you guys all hear this kind of secondhand. You eventually get called to action, but what they want you to do is they assign you to one of the zeppelins within the city, and they are sending they wanted to send a force out to Northwatch Hold, just in case the same stuff is going on at Northwatch Hold. So you are requested to report to the Zeppelin immediately and set off to Northwatch Hold.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So as you guys fly across, you guys actually end up going over the bay, and you guys look down, and it is quite a spectacle to see. It seems like the entirety of the Alliance fleet has sailed into Blackwater Bay, and it's some odd 50 ships. Meanwhile, the Horde only having roughly 5 or 6 in the bay for defense. But as you guys are flying over, you start to notice that something is coming up out of the water. Large, actually familiar to you guys now, large tentacles have started to come up, but they're not exactly the same as what you had seen before. Almost like these are some sort of magical manifestations of krakens, not proper krakens. You guys also notice the same dark shaman on the decks of the ships for the Horde side that you had seen creating the Molten Giants. And you just see this giant battle in the water going on. As you guys get near the end of the bay and you guys are flying away from it, you see another spectacle. You thought you'd see, you thought you'd never see anything like this, but then it gets one-upped as you see this massive wave of water elementals coming up, along with a very familiar to you all now blue dragon flying in towards all of these kraken. As you see Kalikos holding a now no longer arcane altered Jaina Proudmoore, but she's still clutching that magical artifact, and seems to allow her to control an entire tidal wave worth of water elementals all at once. And they start to go down and attack the Kraken, but that's about all you see before you crest over the hills and start to head towards Northwatch Hold. And I'll tell you guys more about that later. Anyway, so you guys head out towards Northwatch Hold once again. And as you go, you do see that some of the Alliance ships are starting to break off towards Northwatch Hold. But you guys are going to get there first because you guys are traveling by air. So eventually you land and you see a very familiar, Northwatch Hold settling up here. You guys are traveling down the road, and you start to see that it appears as though the battle isn't going well here either for the Horde. People are piling out of the settlements, and after going down to the shore, they seem to be rushing towards you. You guys see the commanders kind of waving a kind of a retreat. Like, it looks like the Alliance is going to overwhelm things here, and it looks like they are looking to retreat. So as you guys approach down the road, you eventually come to... Oh, sorry. I forgot to move you guys over. There you go. Now you see the familiar Northwatch setting here. So as these guys are starting to retreat and try and come up the road in your direction, they are, a couple thousand feet away. Like, you're not anywhere close to them, but you see the tidal wave of water elementals coming this way, and you start to see why everyone is retreating. But as you guys are starting to approach, you're going down the road, and then you see... I'll have everyone actually make a perception check.
17.
21 apparently.
No, you got a 1, bro.
That's a really impressive...
Oh, we're right.
That's a really impressive series of rolls, actually, other than yours, Goose.
Sure.
But this is a very important one too, because so for Rollin, Amane, and Tala, you guys see this giant shadow float over you, and all of you hear this drop, but some of you react a little quicker than others. Let's see. As you see a gigantic blue dragon land behind you. And all of you guys recognize this as Kalikos. And even in dragon form, he's able to yell out to all of you. He yells, "Halt!" And looks like he's trying to be the cutoff point to the Horde's retreat out here. And I will have all of you roll initiative.
Oh god, I'm fighting a dragon?
No, we're fighting a big fucking dragon.
A gigantic dragon, as it were.
Okay, you want to throw the initiative tracker up there?
Yep. All right.
Oof.
Where did I put his character sheets?
Well, I'm very thankful that the creature that's already died once is going first.
All right. So, one point of order is that as he's flying through the air and landing, let's see, Rollin and Amane and Tala, you may make one ranged attack against him as he's flying through and landing. You noticed him fast enough that you're able to get an attack off before any of this started.
How close is he? Is he within 60 feet?
Yeah, he would have flown within a normal ranged attack range. 25 does hit, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna use my dagger, but I'm not as a placeholder. I'm not actually using my dagger. Does a 20 hit?
Yes, 20 does hit.
Then he needs to make a strength save against the Iron Bands of Binding.
Ooh.
DC 20.
Saucy.
Yeah, he's fine.
I like how he probably giggled at you too.
Aww.
I mean, he only had a
That would
plus
have been
6.
that would have been cool up in the air too, because he would have come crashing down and.
It might have made the boss fight trivial because he would have been restrained, which meant if he had any kind of spells that required semantics, he wouldn't have been able to do them.
Nice. All right, so Amane got 13 damage on him. It looks like.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. All right, and then second order of business is that Mongoose, you are so surprised by this, you do not get to act in the first round.
Cool. I'm taking
Alright.
it out.
Yeah, so basically that was if you guys got higher than a 15, you got one act, you got one attack. 10 to 15 to 5, you would act normally. 5 and below, you are surprised.
I'm just gonna supervise.
All right, so first up is Rollin.
I'm going to duck behind Tala. Is that Tala or Tallulah?
Yeah, that's Tala.
Tala. And I'm going to bonus action hide. Because that's a really big Tauren.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Alright. 23.
Yep,
Oh!
you are hidden.
And now I am going to shoot at him.
Okay. You have advantage.
27.
Yeah, that hits.
Why was that not 28?
Oh yeah, 28. Sure.
Sure. All right, so 20.
20 damage.
Alrighty. And here, just for that. Alright, anything else for you?
Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to run over this way. And that's it.
Okay. Panther time. The new and improved Panther.
It's gonna charge into melee and instantly die.
No. I want to say it's let's see here. Yeah, this is such a bad idea.
It's fine.
What,
It's
charging
fine.
into melee and instantly dying?
He can't really do anything else.
Yep, I mean, this is what he does.
Yep. So he's actually going to come back here,
Sure.
and he's going to try to. Let's go with a claw. No, bite. That's more.
13 misses.
Okay, that's it.
Alrighty. And then it's your turn.
Alrighty.
In sync with your Panther once again. I like it.
Yep. So I want to say I get. What do we say? Is it 3 or 4 the first time? I think it's 4 in the first round.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get 2 attacks normally, bonus action, and then you get an extra one for Gloomstalker.
Yep. Or for Hunter.
Sure.
The 4th one will be the bonus die if it hits.
Ooh, you crit.
Yeah, all 4 of those hit. And the second one is
right.
that crit, yeah. Whew.
Yeah. So here's the bonus. 1, 2. 20, 24, 242, 48, 58, 64.
Alright, that's a big chunk. Anything else for you?
He's still green.
And then I'll move back here.
Okay.
And I'll point at the doofus that doesn't know what's going on and say, "Hey, that way, kill that."
He's like, but all the people down there, they're getting destroyed.
He's got a butterfly on his finger.
So,
just like,
so Lula.
All right. I'm going to cast Watery Sphere on the dragon's face. So it has to make a strength save.
What was the DC?
That's a good question. 14.
Okay, so he succeeds.
And then I will go this way. I just want to be not by everybody else for when we get breath weaponed into hell.
That's why I moved.
Yep. All right. So, so he is going to indeed use cold breath. So he will do it in this direction. There we are. 60-foot cone. So he'll hit the 3 over here. So for you guys, it is a DC 19 con save.
Pretty high.
That's really high.
Ah, that's back-to-back ones, boys.
It means you're destined for greatness when it's your
Look
turn,
at that,
not
baby.
this round.
Look at
Oh,
second nat 20 of night.
All right, so 61 damage for
Sweet.
yeah, for Amane and Oz, and 30 damage for Tala.
30 damage. I did a nat 20.
If that had hit me and I failed my save, I would have 2 hit points.
I have 0.
Oh, really? You're down?
Woo! Well, I mean, you hit him about as hard.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because he's
he's gonna move to here. And so the kitty may take an attack of opportunity.
Does the kitty have Sentinel?
The kitty does not have.
Yeah, that hits. Alright, 9. Okay. And Oz is surprised. And now very cool.
Wouldn't Oz have disadvantage because of on the save versus?
Sure.
Not that it really matters.
It doesn't.
Oh,
What are you trying to do to me, Thomas?
And
I
I'm
rolled a 1
sorry,
already.
I actually have to retcon. I'm sorry, I forgot a very important part of his kit. At the beginning of the turn, he gets automatically Frightful Presence. So each creature, which is all of you within 120, may have to make a Wisdom saving throw. DC is only 14 though for this one.
I don't think I do those. Oh, I do those.
That was Bagheera, by the way, because I'm dead.
All right, so I'm gonna have you guys keep track of this. So the three of you. All right, so Rollin is frightened. Damn, roll 20. So the three of you, Amane, Tallulah, and Oz are immune to his frighten for the next 24 hours. But Rollin is frightened, and then I also need one from the kitty.
So I'm
And
down,
from-
so I didn't roll. That was
Well,
the kitty.
That was before. This would have been before he did his breath.
I mean, it's okay. But he's fine either way.
Yeah. So you're immune to it. The cat's immune to it. But I still need one from Tala. Can you make a Wisdom save for me?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a con save, by the way, but I'm going to assume that...
Yeah, I'm
the
actually
15 still
looking at
works.
it actually would have been higher.
Yeah.
It would have been a 17.
Tala as well. So you guys... everyone but Rollin is now immune to his frightened presence. Alright, now it's Tala's turn.
Okay.
Oh wait, but I would actually, since I've already had my turn.
Since I'm retconning for Kalikos, I'm also going to retcon for you guys. Tala, you didn't make... You had the perception check that would have allowed you to make a range attack. If you'd like, I will allow you to have used an item instead. So if you want, you can have drink in that potion of speed, if you like.
I don't need it to get over to them, is the thing.
Well, no, but it gives you an extra attack. And plus 2 AC.
I'm going to do that.
Alright.
So
You are hasted.
Yeah, so I'm going to go right up to the big dragon because, what else am I going to do with my day?
We're on quarantine. There's not a lot else going on.
Yeah, exactly. Freaking dragons. I'm going to go ahead and do a Festering Strike.
Alright.
But I can do that after I hit, I guess, right?
Link it for me. Yeah, you would choose that after.
Yep, but before you actually assign it. So yeah, okay. So I'm going to hit it with Banshee's Soul.
All right. 21 hits.
And do.
And so then you check the little Festering Strike box below that, and then you hit Banshee's Soul, and it'll apply it to your damage. No, you hit
the text.
Yeah, the text Banshee's Soul in here. Yeah, there you go. Nice.
So
29 damage. And
I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, he didn't like that. 28 hits. Yikes.
Not quite as much, but still.
Another 24. And you get a third attack.
And that's 2 spell slots using the Festering Strike.
Right. So you have Death Knight spell slots, and you also have Paladin spell slots.
Right. I'm going after this game again, and I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
Ugh!
Oof. 2 1s on the Festering Strike. That's not helping, but 17. Still, that's a lot. He's starting to look pretty hurt.
And I'm gonna do my typical thing of just I'm gonna look him straight in the eyes as best I can, as being a Tauren next to a giant dragon.
All right, well,
pissed, just angry again.
He is going to take a legendary action.
Of course he is.
The end of your turn. So he'll beat his wings, and you guys are suddenly. This is Tala and Tallulah. You are suddenly buffeted with a massive amount of wind, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity?
Did you say Tala or Tallulah?
Both.
I can't just like dig in and like hold on with my strength.
That's what you're attempting to do.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly away, guys. See you later.
Fly away into
Blasting off again!
Alright, so you take so you are knocked prone, and you take 2d6 plus 6 bludgeoning damage. Let's see. I guess I can just use this. So you take 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And you guys turn back and you start to hear a bit of a roar of commotion as the Horde army is continuing to retreat. The water elementals have started to make landfall, and the Alliance ships are drawing closer to the shore. All of these Horde members are running towards you, but they're starting to look a little trepidatious as they see this giant dragon kind of barring their way. Rollin, your turn.
Rollin is frantically reloading, going like, fuck, and gonna shoot at the thing twice again.
Okay. Uh, 25 hits, 15 misses. Oof.
Let's see, that's 28 damage.
Yeah. Alright, so...
And I get to make another wisdom save. It's not enough, is it? Or was it? Threatening presence? Oh, yeah, that is enough.
Yeah, it is. So you are also immune, so everyone now has passed the save. Anything else for you?
I don't have any potions of healing, I don't think. Nope, I don't. So I can't help Amane.
Alright,
So I'm gonna sit put.
Alright, at the end of your turn, it's going to take another legendary action. That's going to swipe at Tala with its tail. 27 to hit?
Nah.
Me?
Yeah, why didn't that roll damage? That's weird. Tail is an attack. Oh, it did. Okay. So you take 11 bludgeoning damage. I mean, your AC's high, but I think it's what, 24 now? It's not 20. It's not 27.
No, not right now. No.
Okay.
All right. A couple of levels it would have been.
So now it is the kitty's turn.
Kitty. Kitty.
You there, Jeremy?
Yeah, sorry. Kitty's gonna charge and pounce.
Alrighty.
I hope it just thrashes that freaking thing's wings.
Yeah.
With wings.
There you go. Rakes it.
All right, and I have no doubt he's going to make his DC 12 strength saving throw.
You never know. He made it. If he had had disadvantage, he wouldn't have.
Yeah, that's true. He would have had to have burned one of his legendary resistances if it had been a disadvantage.
Actually, what would have happened is he would have been knocked prone from the kitty. I was like, come on, baby.
Right.
It would have been hilarious.
It would have, yeah.
Would have been absolutely hilarious. Okay,
All right.
that's it.
Amane, make a death saving throw. Ooh, that's one fail.
Alrighty.
Tallulah.
Tallulah Matata.
Alright. I will. Oh no, I unprepared healing word. I forgot.
Oh!
Don't worry, I got him. You
I traded it out for cure wounds.
I've got the heals.
That's funny because Lucius never prepared cure wounds. It was only ever healing word.
I'm going to polymorph.
Okay, I have to be a bad DM and AFK for just 1 minute, but I'll be right back.
My immersion's broken.
This is quick.
Flip desk. That's not how you play!
That's our new meme.
What? That's not how you play?
Yeah, that's not how you play. That's going to be the new. I should put that as the motto at the top of the server. Hold on, there's a way to do that.
Tor D&D. That's not how you play.
That is a great tagline.
And we wouldn't have it if there wasn't a guy being a complete idiot in one of Thomas's other games.
There you go, right at the top of the D&D channel.
I'm getting a weird echo. Is that just me?
That's Jay. He put his headset down and his mic is sensitive.
Much better. Alright, so what kind of save are we looking at here?
Oh, I was gonna polymorph myself.
Oh, you're... Okay.
I want to be an elephant.
Alright, you are an elephant. Let me change your token size here.
Elephantante.
There we go. Boom. Alright, that's your action. Anything else for you?
Yes. I will back up 10 feet. No, 20 feet.
Ready and a charge.
Alright, so he would take an attack of opportunity on
Sure.
you. He's gonna whip his tail around at you.
Yeah, that'll
Is
hit.
he prone?
No.
No, he's not prone.
So
Never mind.
16 damage to your elephant form, and make a Constitution saving throw. Yeah, you remain an elephant.
Alright, and then when I run forward 20 feet, a creature has to make a DC 12 strength save. Or take a stomp, or be knocked prone and take a stomp attack.
So that's not an action, that's just part of your movement.
If the elephant moves 20 feet forward towards a creature... Oh wait, no. No, I can't do that, never mind. I'll stay my 20 feet.
Okay. Alright, anything else for you?
That's it.
Okay. Kalikos' turn once again. Let's see. That over there.
I don't know why, I think this guy's name's really funny.
Who? Kalikos?
Yeah. Sounds like an insurance company.
I actually named my first cat after this character, so. Because he was so good at hiding, I was like, this cat is like magic. Every time I go to look for him, he's somewhere different than I thought he'd be.
And
I can just imagine, like...
And at the time, I was reading a lore book about the dragons, and this guy's in charge of all magic, basically.
I can just imagine, like, are you tired of higher insurance rates? Switch to Calicos today.
There you go. Nice. Alright, so he would use Frightful Presence, but everyone is done with that. And this is a good thing for you, Jeremy, that he didn't give back his breath weapon. You were about to fail another death saving throw.
Fail too.
No, it's not an attack.
Yeah, it's not a melee attack, so it would only cost you 1, but so he is gonna make 3 attacks. He will make a bite attack at Tala. 15 misses. And then 2 claws, 1 at the cat. 20 hits for 14 slashing. And then a second one at Tala, which misses. And that is his turn. Oz's turn.
I will shove a healing potion down my down teammate's throat for 7 health.
Nice.
I will action surge bonus for 18 hit points. And actually a second wind, and then I will action surge to run up here and attack. Oh, I lied, not there. There's nobody over there. Hold on. Try that again. Oh. To here. Do I get flanking?
You do.
All right.
With the
and
cat.
I will attack twice. 22
Yep, that hits.
for 15 damage.
Alright.
27
27 hits.
for 21 damage. And that's my turn.
Alright, Kalikos is looking pretty rough. Let's see, that will be Tala's turn.
So I'm still prone, right?
You are, and you can use half your movement to get up if you like.
Done.
Oh, that's my bad. Legendary actions. Always gotta remember. So he gets his legendary actions back at his turn. So before you get up, he actually uses another wing attack. Dex saves for the cat, for Oz, and for Tala at disadvantage. Is your problem?
Oz wouldn't have been there.
No, he did it at the end of Oz's turn.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, Oz is there. Alright, so Ander fails.
I bet the kitty makes it.
Oz fails. And you each take 12. And the kitty fails and takes 12. And all 3 of you are knocked prone.
So I'm getting up.
Alright. Well, yeah, Tala was already prone, so now you're getting up.
Is my potion still in effect?
Yeah, for a minute.
Cool.
So, this whole battle. Ooh!
Ooh! We got another festering strike?
Yes.
Alright, so with
plus
that,
23.
Tala, you take your giant, curvy, multi-rune bladed sword, and you strike true on the dragon. How would you like to do this?
I'm gonna go ahead and go up through its mouth, up its in between its jaw, into its tongue.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, underneath the skull.
Yeah, that little soft gullet right there. Yeah.
Yep. And so as I'm doing that, as I get up from being prone, and I do it with a scream of rage.
All right, so you plunge your dagger in deep It goes all the way to the hilts, and even on a giant dragon like this, you've struck deep into the mouth, and you see it kind of rear back and roar as it falls back and starts to slide a little bit down the hill, and then you see the dragon just disappear. And then you look up just long enough to see him be teleported onto one of the ships, where you actually see a couple of very familiar figures to you all. Jaina Proudmoore and Varian Wren, actually, the leader of the Alliance, the Human King, aboard one of these ships. And you see them attempting to tend to Kalikos' wounds as he kind of lands on the deck of the ship. You see a giant rocking, and with that, you all have cleared the path, and you, along with the rest of the Horde members, retreat back up to the top of the hill. You board the Zeppelin once again, and the Horde is able to escape Northwatch Hold after the attack of the Alliance.
I have a question.
Yes.
How far away was their ship?
Very far away. It was thousands of feet out into the harbor. You get the sense that this artifact is very powerful. It allows Jaina to basically break the rules, from what you can tell.
Well, if it was close enough, I was going to shoot Kalikos twice and hope I got a crit and kill him.
Perma kill him.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's not part of the story.
Screw
No.
your cat on.
Kalikos has to live. No, but
That's not lore friendly.
what you're doing is breaking the lore. No,
That's not how you play!
You guys have to explain that to me in a second, but let's continue.
Yeah, so you guys all make it back up to the ship, and not all of the Horde can fit on your Zeppelin, but you take as many as you can, and the rest kind of retreat to the forward command area they had taken over, and they in full retreat. But you guys do eventually make it back up to Orgrimmar, where deeds of your epic battle with the dragon are told, and you guys are again awarded for your bravery. Garrosh himself actually thanks you for a job very well done. And in the coming days, you find there's a big change in Orgrimmar. Everything is a lot more military focused. And just in general, it appears as though even though they have lost that main hub in the Alliance harbor of Northwatch Hold, it seems as though Garrosh has not quite given up on his plans to try and take over Kalimdor once again and dominate this land. He actually issues a memo throughout the city telling everyone that everyone, men and women, all adults, are going to be training to fight in a war against the Alliance. That women and that younger women and children will be being trained in how to create a lot of these armaments and be able to support the troops as much as possible. And you can tell the sting of this defeat is definitely weighing heavy on the Horde leadership, but they are going to continue on. As for all of you, you continue to assume your role within the army, continuing to be sent on specific missions in the best interests of the Horde armies, in particular things that are specialty within your skill set. And it's very prosperous, it's very profitable for you all, and much glory is to be had in the name of the Horde.
For the Horde!
Yeah.
For the Horde!
Huzzah!
Huzzah. Well done,
Cool.
guys.
Perfect timing, because I really have to pee.
Yeah, me too. I'm one of
That was
those
fun,
quote.
though.
I was one of those quote unquote essential employees, and so here I am trying to drink a lot of water to keep my immune system going. And I was just
Sure.
like, God, I gotta pee.
5-10 minute break, then Ebron.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
You did it, Jay.
Can we have a few more than 5 to 10? I need to go with Brian to finish my character.
Yeah, jump in there real quick, Andrew, so I can give you control to your own character sheet real quick.
Okay.
I popped in Ebron. I'm like, Rhythm? How is Rhythm bot in Ebron? Oh.
Yeah, actually, maybe I should change that name. Let's
I think it's a fun name. Like, I think
it's
it's
fine.
fine.
It's fine.
it kind of fit with the one.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to close it out for the VOD and for the session. Thank you all so much for joining us on this wild ride for the Fall of Theramore. It was a really fun short campaign. I was glad to get to DM for the first time. And I cannot thank enough the creators of Tides of War, especially Christy Golden, who wrote the book. Very cool lore book that is definitely one of my favorites. She has written all of my favorite ones, by the way. If you guys haven't checked those out, definitely check them out if you're a World of Warcraft fan. But also, thank you to those who contributed and created the Warcraft Heroes Handbook. It's a really, really cool 150 so page player's handbook that's available online. And you guys can check that out now. It is available on, I think it's, I want to say it's GM Binder is where you guys can find that. But if you Google Warcraft Heroes Handbook, it'll come up. It's a really cool PDF that you guys can download and use. It's got all the different classes. I made a couple of little edits here and there. But yeah, it is GM Binder, so check it out there now. It's 5th edition. And thanks again for checking it out. And we are going to be discontinuing for now, recording our D&D sessions. But I'm sure we'll start it again sometime in the future. So be sure to check that out as well. Until then, we'll see you guys later. Have a good night.